Diego si Moro, VP.
Naku, lakad mo tatang, lakad mo tatang!
Normally.
Choose your hero.
The double null, and you can just keep shoving in creep wave and keep building up.
Bottom lane, Vincenzo has been caught, but Xavier is still copying quite a bit of damage here on the Shaman. Could be in danger as the Fairy Fire does come out. Who gets the first blood? It's going to be Xavier's, as he does finally drop to Palos here in the Drow, but they do at least get that first blood.
6-minute rune, but he does have Shackles to kill off Bob if they want.
He does. Bob, Reaper's Scythe out, gonna hold him down for the Shackles, and it's gonna be enough. Lelouch able to secure the kill. Well, you've got to find a decent way to try and catch up on Bob now.
You've got to find a way for that Storm to get some initial build-up. Xavius, though, switches top.
Yeah, Tino.
Focusing on the flak farm. They want to play aggressive.
Mid lane again. Shackles is out onto Bob. But this time around, Bob's got plenty of help to try and help him out, though. Io does tether over Bob. He's still going to drop. They tried to save Xavius. It's still well worth the trade here for Polaris Esports, as they are going to get the mid-stall.
Juggling around some stats and dive. They tried to contest Natsumi's farm, but that just gives Natsumi really easy kills with a rocket barrage.
Yeah, I mean, Vincenzo in the wrong neighborhood, as Bob is going to try and zip his way forward onto the gyrocopter, but unless you kill off Mavis, it's not happening. Vortex is there. They'll cancel off the relocate. They might find Mavis. Natsumi should be able to get out, as now Lelouch does show himself at this top lane. Epicenter though, Tino gonna try and turn for an even bigger kill, but Lelouch, he's got the hood up. It's gonna be way too much magic defenses. Now the Reaper side out onto the Sand King, but Bob at least finding the Necrophos can move more. Onto Natsumi he goes, but he is out of mana.
Well, playing out with the blink on Tino.
Lelouch again going to be targeted as the Burrow Strike is there into the Solar Bind, and even with the Ghost Shroud, it's going to be a lot of damage to fly out though. Lelouch, he's not dead yet. Arena down, but they do manage to snipe him, as now Bob's gone too far. They've even caught the Ogre. Tino, he'll move in for another. A double out for the Sand King, but Natsumi's still proving to be a big problem. As you said, John, the net worth lead for Polaris, at least with their cores, isn't so much of a difference as top lane. Who have they got? Speaking of the devil, they caught Palos. He's way too far forward. Getting caught out there by Polaris, he will end up dropping. You can't be that far.
If Vincenzo just pops in, he might be able to see, but Roche is already fairly low here.
Oh, it's too late. Roshan's gone. Natsumi, he'll take the Aegis for himself from the gyrocopter, and now Bob gonna try and zip through his force. Does not land the spirit he wanted, so Bob, he'll move back in on the Storm, trying to get something. They'll get one down onto Lelouch. He's already popped the Ghost Shroud, but the relocate is there. Xavius, or rather Mavis, saving the day, as now they continue on to the Shaman instead. There goes Xavius, and they should have another. Mavis will slowly make his way back into the battle and does die. They will still get 3 down for Execration.
That could turn
Tino, that's going to be a big epicenter into a big Burrow Strike, and now Bob can come right in. Lelouch is already gone, and they can go right after Mavis now on the IO, but Natsumi's going to be around to protect us instead. They'll try to focus down forward. Drawn up here by Polaris, but it seems like they are a little bit afraid as Vincenzo. He does break the smoke on force, but the arena is going to be down on Lelouch. Will not play any games with this Ogre. Just throws out the Reaper's Scythe. And that may actually be enough to pings out onto Lelouch, and there's your Burrow Strike initiation into the Vortex, and now the epicenter. Lelouch is trying to survive through it. Mavis is here, but he's not going to be able to tether. They've got the IO down. Natsumi, though, with the BKB, still able to fight back as he chases down Tino, but Tino's fine as Bob jumps back in with the Arcane Rune. He just cannot stop, though Xavius does get a nice Hex out, but it won't make the difference, at least not for him. He does drop, and now Tino finds the gyrocopter in the tree line, and that's going to be 4 down. That it does. They know they've got to fight over this Roshan here, Polaris. Problem is they're going to be fighting into the high ground, though. They'll jump in force. He's there with a Great Arena Spear onto Vincenzo, but it's not going to be enough because Tino, he's in with a massive epicenter. Natsumi is going to try to TP out, but he's not going to make it. Oh, Tino. Way too quick today. Nice brought out. Arena is going to be down. Force will try and pop. He'll go right to the backside, but who are we aiming? Right after the Shaman. Vincenzo's already gone, but now Tino, he's in onto Lelouch. They've already dropped one, or rather two on the side of Execration, but Bob, he'll just keep going onto Lelouch. They'll take the Necro, they'll take the IO, and they might just get Natsumi on the Gyrocopter. Back Bob, he wants a Rampage. Are they going to give it his way? Yes, they will. Force, he is going to drop, and Rampage will go the way of Bob. There's Execration confidently take game number one here off Polaris Esports. And John, I mean, Polaris, they've got to be the favorites going in.
Dire must choose. Razor. I speak for the trees.
There's no rule contest.
And you just can't do much. Like, your controls really just Sprout. Mavis has to walk up. There's always the threat of Skewer backlinks.
Oh, very fire up. He's going to try, but it's not going to be enough. Bob able to secure first blood on the...
He's going to be able to zip into the backline, clear out the supports, clear out the Nature's Prophet, which is the biggest concern.
And Natsumi really taking advantage of the teleport early on, does rotate down bot for that added damage.
Still a good movement out from Execration, forcing 3 heroes top, opening up your bot lane, knowing that the mid's much more free for Bob. It gives you a lot of room to move around now on Vincenzo, and we already see Vincenzo coming up to help secure that 6-minute there.
Tino able to finally secure the kill there onto the Prophet as now Xavius does rotate over. Shockwave, it's not going to help. Mavis able to take the kill as now Shanks with the Nature's Prophet as now Mavis. Gonna get caught out to boot, and he will drop very quickly. Bob does take him out, and Natsumi, I'm not sure about this. That's a very risky play from Natsumi. Lelouch is gonna try and come in and help out, but they might still have him, and they do. Oh, they get Shanks, but now Lelouch is completely out of mana, and here comes Tino to clean up the top lane. Though a nice cookie out from Xavius may have saved the day as they are still trying on the Bob, but Lelouch has gone too far. Xavius, he's the one to clean up with the shotty, but Tino, he'll keep the chase going as Xavius will turn again, but Vincenzo is going to be there this time around.
Seeing that shift in aggression now from Polaris. They're dragging in Force a lot earlier to help out. They do leave Mavis alone up top. Nice solo kill coming out from Tino. But you are starting to, you know, line up your eggs. You're starting to save out Lelouch. You know that the Ember is going to be a lot of that momentum. They have some control issues here, though, Mike. Holding down the Storm is a very tough prospect. It feels like you only really have chains and maybe a cookie stun. Spear is nearly impossible to land there.
Bot lane, Palos gonna go down again though on the Razor as now Vincenzo does rotate to try and help out or get something for his team as Bob will be there as well. Onto Force, they want the Mars dead. Spear is gonna be juked down as well by Bob. Vincenzo still chasing down, does get the Fire Blast into the zip from Bob. Though they do get Tino top lane in the meantime. Bob, can he reach for one more? It doesn't seem like it.
And they are starting to really just protect their mid-tier. They're not allowing any sort of pressure from the clump up.
Speaking of Natsumi though, John, he has been caught this time. Palos able to move in with Shanks and help out and killing off the Nature's Prophet. Though now Force does move in onto the IO. Gonna be one gone. Palos already so darn low with the chains out from Lelouch. He might just drop, but Bob's gonna move back in, and now the RP's out. It's only core 1 though. Lelouch managed to juke with this line of fist, and now they can move back in for the counter initiation. There goes Palos, there goes Tino, and there goes Bob, just zipping right out of that team fight.
Angel, because they're going to need a Dispel to just get damage off here.
Absolutely. Natsumi now mid lane will join his team with the Orchid up on the Prophet. And chains out onto the Ogre, though Tino has rotated but can't really help. Vincenzo somehow allowed to run out. In fact, a skewer back now onto Force. They might just have the Mars. In the meantime, though, Bob's been caught out on the side and he's taken down. Relocate or not, Palos, he's going to be right there with him. Into the graveyard they go. A very kind of aggressive style of fight to try and go.
Used to be that you play against Omni Knight, you take a defusal, you're good.
Mid lane. Yeah, Tino not going to be saved there by the IO. In fact, they're going to have another kill now as Shanks does have to relocate back into the map. Eventually. Make his way over. Hello, Shanks. Bye-bye, Shanks. Polaris, they might be confident to jump in and they will try. Force is there. Ogre's already gone. Bob, he's going to try and fight back, but the Heavenly Grace is going to save the day. It's now Lelouch. He just rushes in. Onto the Razor they go. Palos is still going to run though. Polaris is still chasing down for more. They catch, he doesn't really have help around him right now. Zip in is there. Bob, he gets silenced immediately, but Natsumi has been caught out. He might just drop, and he does. At least once. But now the arena down here from Force to try and turn around. They found Tino and they find the IO. It happens that darn quickly. It's Palos. Will BKB TP out of there, and he's going to make it.
They want to pin down Bob, force a buyback from him. Although,
Bob's going to get rather aggressive here onto Xavius, but he doesn't really have the damage. Though Tino may, as he does go for the Horn Toss skewer back, though Xavius is still somehow alive. He does finally drop, but now with the leash shot onto the Storm. On top, who have they got? It's going to be Lelouch. It's a great target. They even commit the RP, but that's a lot of gold to go the way of Tino. There's now Bob. We'll try for another, but not going to be able to hold down Mavis for now. Let's move in again. We'll have the backup of Palos coming in, but now the gobble up is there. Force will not land a spear very nicely as the BKBs were out, but Bob dropping low. A great relocate away from Mavis. Might buy him a bit more time to counter-initiate once again in this team fight. But no, they're just going to let Vincenzo die here, it seems. They'll wait for the IO to make his way back over. They'll even pick up Shanks. And I suppose you can still go right into the Roshan pit now if you want. But never mind that, because Natsumi's found Palos on the Razor. He went back to farm top lane, and he's going to pay for it.
you cannot afford to get caught out by the NP like that. At this point, again, Sprout, it's a very strong skill into the late game. Level 25 up for Natsume. Think about it, Mike. It's so, you know, you're not going to be running people down, but at this arm, Palos?
Yeah, they've got Palos. Natsumi will just TP and do it by himself. Look at this. Well, they're going to try and slap back with the BKB now. Natsumi? No, they're going to relocate him out. Where's Natsumi going? Down a bot lane, he has caught out the Ogre. In the meantime, a fight has broken out bot side as Tino is going to drop on the Magnus immediately to Xavius. I mean, it's just so hard. No matter where you go now, Natsumi can just be there at any time. Seri. 4-staff away, but Tino, he's not going to get the Horn Toss, and now he gets jumped on. They lose, just tearing him apart on the Ember. In they move. They will try one last time as Palos. He's popped the BKB. They'll even buy back on Tino, but they're doing no damage. Tino, he blinked in, but the Horn Toss is way off the mark, and now he's caught out. That'll be a dieback on Tino, and I think that's just game. Get him out, but what does it matter? I mean, how do you kill him? Yeah, silence is there. The IO will try to heal him up. It just won't matter. Natsumi takes him out. They won't call it. No, they will call it. I was going to say they might keep trying to defend, but I see absolutely no point in it. They do eventually call it, and well, Polaris going back to a bit of a comfort pick here for Natsumi to take game number 2.
Yeah, this time around,
Lena.
Select your hero. Make the ultimate choice.
Force only has the God's Ruby. Doesn't have a spear. We'll use it onto Shanks. We got the Brambles ready as well, stopping that tether out. Did he have the damage? Looking for the line up there. Nice hits. All the spells line up. Natsumi gets first blood. Great start for a safe lane Tiny. As well, Force. Is he going to be able to grab? No, I get stunned up. Force might be in a spot of trouble. Mel does land. He's not very tanky without that armor on hand. Good block from Bob. And they find a kill for Bob, evening out the start. 1-1. Bounty Rune still good. Not the best. It's down bot. Vincenzo already caught a lot of damage. Bramble Mace does catch Palos out. Vincenzo dodging out. Force still forcing his way forward, but doesn't quite have the damage to kill off Vincenzo and gets taken out by Palos instead. So a nice cleanup by Palos, punishing that overseeing Lelouch again. Opt for the Bounty Rune. Top up. He does have his bottle ready. Still leading in the CS. Not the smoothest lane for Bob, but it's not like Bob's lagging too far behind. It's still a manageable lane for Lesh. Has some room to kind of catch up in the CS here. But you do have to be concerned as up top we do see Mavis fall. The tree Dragonlance not too far off. There are still triangles to deal with, no stacks built up, but it's going to be relatively quick farming for Palos once he is ready to go there.
Mid lane, Mavis does catch out the Bane as they do drop the Laguna. So Bob is going to try and trade with these supports. He will chase down Mavis, but now a big rotation out. Polaris want to punish the Leshrac and they've got him. Oh no.
Push progress for them is still pretty slow. They're grouping up 3 heroes bot, but down mid.
Yeah, relocate is there. Lelouch getting caught out, does go down. Very nice rotation from Execration as now he's in the Fiend's grip. Gonna catch out the Grimstroke. Mavis, well, he's gonna be able to run for a little bit. They can't lock him down long enough thanks to the terrorize of Xavius.
With the damage they have on TA and Lesh, they're not going to be able to sustain through that kind of fight.
Mid-river, Bob getting caught early on, but the press the attack is there. Still forced out, jump in for the Nightmare. Is going to save from the spear. They will still lock them down, but in the backside, a duel is out onto the Lena that they won't win the duel, but they'll get the kill. That's what you really wanted. If you are Execration, as they will rush into the Roshan pit. A bit of a pincer maneuver. See the Bane right behind as they jump in, but Natsumi with a big avalanche toss into the left rack, and they've already lost Bob. The duel is out from Tino, but there's no backup damage. Polaris, they were ready this time around. Vincenzo, he does move in, but it's all too late. Oh boy. Natsumi just way too quick with the avalanche toss, and they just bursted down Bob. I'm going to move around the map. Tino's going to head towards the top side and look for Natsumi, but he'll TP out at the right moment. In the meantime, mid lane, well, Force is going to drop because Palos is basically uncontested right now. On that TA, he'll take him down.
You might have to wait for the next creep wave, but you are still at that spot where, you know, Bob is not doing so hot, Palos is still doing great. The TPs are coming in from Polaris, though.
Force makes them jump in with the spear round, but Palos, he's got the press the attack from the backside. Still, Lelouch going to keep fighting with the Laguna Blade and the Silence. They'll have enough for the Aegis. You see Natsumi waiting in the backside to jump in with the avalanche and the toss, but the relocate is there from Shanks, avoiding the avalanche completely, as now they can just move back in, it seems. Bean's grip is there. They've caught the Dark Willow, and that'll be a start of Xavius. No, he's going to survive. Shadow Realm is out in time. Vincenzo, a nice Nightmare dodge, brain tap away. In the meantime, Natsumi, he's got 3 targets. They've got Tino and Vincenzo down, and now Bob on the left rack has been caught out. In fact, Shanks, he'll be the 4th target to drop. They go too far, and Natsumi with a perfect setup does help out his team. Polaris still very patient as they will see the TA. They're going to make the jump in with the Arena Spirit. He's already gone. A great initiation from Natsumi. The relocate was being channeled by Shanks, but it just wasn't quick enough. And now he has to come back to his own death here against Polaris. There's just no way out for him. They'll time the Light Strike Array perfectly and they'll take him down. A 2 for nothing. And that's your TA. Bob. Fight over the power room, but this could cost him. He's going to rush for the illusion. I'm not sure about this one, Bob. He's going to BKB up and try to fight back as Natsumi. He's been caught out. Maybe they've got the damage. With the Fiend's grip, the Tiny's going to drop. It's Tino. He'll be relocated out, but Bob, he ran right back in. They might still get the left rack in time, but the Nightmare is going to buy him a bit of time. Xavius trying to finish off the kill, and he does get it in time, but he does drop his own life. They got into the fray, so in goes Roshan. Once again, Palos going to be very careful. He's pops his BKB, but Natsumi's in. He's got the Aegis as well. He snatches it away on the Tiny, and now they can take the team fight. As Tino's already going to drop on the left rack, and Shanks, he goes as well. Oh, it's a terrible fight here for Execration. This Polaris will chase for a bit more, and they get the Inkswell start off. Onto Bob, who's already had such a tough game.
But 3 heroes down, no buyback, straight to tier 4 they go.
Natsumi trying to get the stun off, not able to get it, but now with the spear around, Force locking down Palos. This might be enough for the TA. They've got the toss up and that'll do it. Palos does have buyback, but it's not looking very good for them as they're just rushing the Ancient. Natsumi just hitting way too hard along with his Lena, though. Here we go again. Palos just being completely ignored. The Fiends group up the Tiny. They're trying. Tino, he'll come in with the duel out, but they get the Ancient down.
Right.